Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and today, Saturday the 21st or 22nd of June. Pat is out spraying right now, and I'm just getting up to the farm. I got some errands to run. I need a lawnmower actually, so I'm gonna go grab one, borrow my grandma's. So I'm gonna see, just came in and Pat's actually out spraying, so let's check in, see what he's up to. Okay, filling the sprayer. I'm helping Pat fill the sprayer right now. He's gonna keep spraying, right? He's gonna spray our first fields that we planted. We're gonna start our second pass spraying, and then he's gonna keep going. Well, I'm gonna do some crop scouting. Then I'm gonna go cut some lawn. Alrighty guys, so Pat's loaded up. I'm just looking for a charger for him. Showed him how to use the field view. It's the first time he's used the field view in the sprayer. So I'm kind of relearning him how to use the field view again. So I'm just trying to find him a charger. And he'll be able to get going, hopefully. Because Pat's going to be doing all of our spraying, probably most of our spraying from here on out. Nathan and myself might help out a day or two, but I'm going to start, my heavy travel season's coming up soon, so I won't be around the farm very much. And Pat, now that he's done planting, he likes to do the spraying, so I'll pass that off to him. But apparently, he's been doing pretty decent at it. He sprayed a little bit the other night and got going pretty good, so Pat's gonna take off while I'm gonna go do some field scouting. I'm gonna show you guys our first planted cornfield and our last planted cornfield. Kind of really the differences between them. It's been over a month, so there's definitely some differences. And if I have time, I'll do the same thing with beans too. The beans I know for sure aren't even up. The corn's probably germinated, which means basically it started to grow. The root, something's already poked out of the seed. So Pat's gonna take off and we'll get crop scouting. Sprayer sounds mean. I never realized that because it's so quiet in the cab. Alrighty guys, I know we have a blinker out. We'll get to it eventually. Let's go crop scout. So guys, I'm walking through Jerry's house right now, or Jerry's field, the field in between Grandma's and Jerry's. And I'm looking at the weeds, and there are some here. But it's not near as bad as I thought. So like that's a weed. But honestly, the corn's starting to drown the weeds out. We're almost starting to canopy. We're just about canopied, I should say. So basically, you can't even see the dirt anymore. We're just about there, and the weeds are almost non-existent as I get into here more. This is clean. Just look. Look, like there's a weed right there. There's a weed. So I mean, there's some weeds in here, but there's nowhere near as bad as what we've had in past years. This is pretty dang clean. And the corn's already up to my knee. There. Look at those white legs. Sorry if I just blinded you guys. But honestly, this is looking pretty good. Corn's a little bit wavy. But for the year that we had, corn's looking pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of our best fields that we've had that we're going to have this year. I can already tell. So I've walked a little ways, pulled the corn stalk, and this corn is just looking really nice. Really, really nice. So we put a lot of manure on here. So when we haul manure, that's going to be your most heavily weed infested, I guess we'll say, just because there's so much stuff in the manure that we haul. So if this field's clean, I guarantee you the other fields that I'm gonna go take a look at today are also clean. So we're honestly probably not even gonna spray this a second time. I mean, it is awesome because once actually the corn canopies over the weeds, it makes it harder and harder for weeds to grow because the corn will actually suck out, they'll take all the sunlight, and the weeds at the bottom just starting to grow won't. That's kind of another reason why we want to have weeds sprayed at the beginning of the year, because it's the opposite effect for if weeds get too tall, they drown out all the corn. So honestly, I think I'm going to recommend to Pat not only spray this once. So it's pretty awesome, guys. I love this time of year. Let's go check out some other cornfields. Alrighty guys, and I'm walking through our cornfield we planted last, and I'm actually kind of surprised to see it up. I mean, it's emerged. You guys can kind of see, you can row it, just barely. But the corn is just hitting VE, or emergence. So I'm actually kind of happy with it. I didn't think it'd be emerged in 7 days. But I guess we have had decent weather for it, which is good. So I'm gonna dig up a couple plants. I'm gonna dig up a plant. We'll do a side-by-side comparison between corn that was planted in mid-May, I should say, and corn that was planted last week. So we had a month difference between our first and last planted cornfield, which is terrible. Usually you want to get that all done in 10 days, but this entire year was terrible. So I'm just happy and thankful that we've got everything in, and every single one of our acres is going to be planted this year. We're very fortunate because a lot of guys aren't going to have that such luck. So let's find a corn plant that isn't looking too hot, that is too close together. That way I can actually help out. And let's dig one up. Right there. I'm not just walking around this cornfield aimlessly. I'm actually looking for weed growth and stuff like that. For the most part, it's pretty clean, but I guarantee we're gonna have to spray this again. I mean, I'm already seeing some small weeds start up. So let's go ahead and dig this one up. And the reason I'm looking for corn that's too close together is because corn's supposed to be spaced about 6 inches apart, and the closer together, they just fight each other. So I'm gonna dig this up and we'll take a look at it. Remember, it's 2 inches down. I'm trying not to break the root structure like I did in that other plant. Oh, I just heard a snap. There we go. Sweet. I already got my corn plant. As you can see, it's a little different than the other one that we had, but obviously corn grows quickly. It shoots up very quickly. So you can kind of see the difference, what 28 days will make. You'll be able to see in a bit. But for the most part, like I said, guys, this field's looking pretty decent. I'm happy with it. For as late as it was planted, I'm happy with it. Now what's gonna kill us if we have a really early frost. That's gonna be awful, but I'll make an entire video about that if it happens. I'm just crossing my fingers and praying hard every day that that doesn't happen. That's what 28 days will do, guys. June 14th. May 15th. Pretty crazy, huh? Wow, I just flew through a gnat storm. Literally just a cluster of gnats, and like 5 of them got in my eye. Ah, I'm dying. I was pulling the camera out to show you guys that this field needs to be sprayed. It hasn't been sprayed yet, and there's weeds coming up. I mean, it's not the most critical field that we have, but it needs to get sprayed. But yeah, it just so happened that gnats flew in my face right when that happened. Nice. Let's take a look at this wet spot, guys. This is the wet spot I tilled around, but Pat decided to plant right through it. Literally right through it. I'm surprised he didn't mud up his gauge wheels, but we'll see. But you can kind of tell, actually, a lot of this stuff's kind of growing, actually. Like right in here, right where we didn't till. I mean, it's growing. It's trying to poke up. I mean, obviously, once this stuff right here that's just drowned out, right here that has standing water, there's no way that's going to grow. But this right in here might grow. Stuff right in there won't, but around it definitely will. I don't know, it probably paid off, because another reason why it's good to have everything planted if you can is because the stuff that you don't plant, it means that weeds have the opportunity to grow there. So there'll actually be weeds growing here probably towards the end of the year. That's why we have to spray everything regardless if we plant it or not. And I'm sure Nick Welker has some insight on that, because they dry fallow. So they basically, I think he said this year they left about 3,000 acres unplanted. They'll have to chem fallow it or let it sit there idle for a year and just spray it to keep the weeds down. But anyway, so that's why we try to plant everything, because where corn is, weeds can't grow. And where corn's not, weeds can grow. Just look at this. That's got to get sprayed pretty bad. So I just helped Pat clean off the nozzle body because it was sticking like it happened a couple of videos ago. So I'm going to make sure everything's working for him. So let's watch it. Let's watch Pat spray away. Spraying up at Cahill's right now. Look at these bugs. Man, they're bad. There he's going. No, it's not looking good. Yeah, that one's still doing it. I don't know what the heck the deal is. Because I can kind of see everything's pulsing except for one stream that's not. So I don't know what the deal is. I'll probably have to call Ryan Heilig at Kuhnel's. So, but it's a pretty cool sight. All right, let's get out of these stupid weeds and let's go walk. Let's scout this cornfield real quick, and then we'll get back to doing hay and beans. So guys, I'm walking this cornfield right now, this no-till bean stubble that we planted, that we no-tilled into, that I sprayed. I don't know, this was also planted the 16th, I believe. So this is also looking pretty good. Very clean too, surprisingly. I really think that spray, the spray of Mesotrone, Parallel, actually this was Halix GT, Atrazine, and Roundup. That really did a heck of a job. I mean, it is clean. Just look at this. And I'm walking side to side, down the rows, literally no weeds. So it's looking pretty good, guys. I'm really happy with how this field's looking. So I think we might not even have to spray this field again. Maybe that one timely application after planting does a world of a difference. Who knows? What do you guys think? For my fellow farmers out there, how many passes do you guys do with the sprayer in corn? I mean, this year, like I said, we might be able to get away with only doing one pass with corn. Maybe we'll have to spray the outsides just from outside weed pressure coming in, but I think that's all we're gonna do. So I'm looking at this cornfield here at Butch's that we planted and sprayed. Well, there was a severe thunderstorm warning in the area, and it's really not looking too bad. Waterways have some pretty big ragweed, but for the most part, the corn itself doesn't look bad at all. It's pretty clean. Like, it's really clean. Let's drive up this waterway real quick. So this is ragweed right here. This stuff gets tall. Very, very tall. As you guys can see, it's about the side-by-side right now. This is what happens if we don't spray. But I mean, if you look down the rows, it's very, very clean. Makes me happy to see that. Here's the cornfield that was bean stubble, but we tilled it. So I sprayed it, and we tilled it about a week later and planted it. And that looks pretty good. Very clean. Very nice. And then we're just on the north end of this piece right here where we're not going to plant. This is, like I said, in the Jackson County line, 80 acres. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it, but hopefully I'll talk to Pat and find out. But not bad. This corn looks pretty good. Alrighty guys, I'm back. Just got done with that bean video. Threw a little bit of shots of this video in as well with that one. There'll be a bean video coming out after this, but just got Pat some powerhouse, so he is ready to roll. He just got to fill up. So he's just got 10 acres left to empty out, and then he's going to fill up and head to Longs and probably spray out a load at Longs tonight. My guess. So I'm gonna head over and see what he's up to. There Pat is, way over there. See if we can get a little closer. I guess this is as close as I can get to him for now, because I can't really drive into the corn. Definitely kill some of it, but he's just spraying along and it's looking really good. I'm amazed at that sprayer when I'm not running it. It's just kind of cool what it does, because it's got aim command on it, so it pulses 10 times a second. That's just cool to see. I just swallowed a bug. I'm gonna die. Pretty neat. Pat's pretty good at driving that thing. I'm not seeing hardly any rundown corn. was gonna rip off, so I just went ahead and grabbed it. So this was hanging on by that thread right there. So I just went ahead and grabbed it while he was driving by me and ripped it off completely. So that way we don't lose it in the field and actually we can have it. But, so I am going to head back. I gotta go cut some grass. I haven't ever cut my grass back at home and I need to cut that. So I'm borrowing my grandma's lawnmower. I'm buying one. My dad and I are fixing one up. And I'm gonna get that one running, their old mower. So I can use that. So I'm gonna take a farm truck and my grandma's lawnmower. Take it down, cut my grass tonight, bring it back tomorrow morning. Lawnmower's all loaded up. I'm gonna see if Pat needs any help and then I'm gonna skedaddle. Alright guys, I'm calling it quits for the night. I'm gonna go back and cut my long. Pat's gonna go spray down at longs, 40 acres. Then he's only got 90 acres of corn down there and then we're good at longs. So we're making really good progress this year for spraying, even though we were way behind on planting, which is good at least. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as always, ta-ta for now.